was good. We weren't great. We didn't have a great culture around us because everyone refers to like this chargering aspect of things. Like, hey, we're charging right now. And this is what the Chargers have done. Like, you go 14-2, you lose first round of playoffs, right? It's like one of those things that if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Mm-hmm. And this year, it doesn't seem to be that way because I watched that Bengals game, and I'm not going to lie, I sat back and I said, hey, there's a really probably a good chance they're going to lose this game. And they were up 21 points when it was 27-27. They fought through it. They fought through adversity. And I think that has a lot to do with their head coach. Like, their head coach really has everything to do with how they've built that culture. And when I look at this team and what wins in the playoffs, defense and run game, okay? Their defense is the #1 scoring defense in all of football. They are playing at an absolute incredible rate. And then I look at the run game. They're running for over 120 yards a game. But go back to Justin Herbert really since week 6. He's averaging 262 passing yards, has 9 total touchdowns, no interceptions. You put all 3 of those things together, and you have something special. Now, I don't know if they're battle-tested yet, right? They're going to play the Ravens, I think, Monday night, and I'm excited about that game. This will be their first real true test, in my opinion. But it's cool to sort of see the progression of where the Chargers were forever and this hope that is now with Chargers fans. Because I got people all the time in San Diego saying, you believe in the Chargers? You believe in the Chargers? I'm like, yeah. I believe, for sure.
Yeah. One of my... Maybe the favorite stat I've ever found is the one I'm about to say. One, I think the Chargers can get to a conference championship game. Shouldn't be outlandish. Jim Harbaugh's first year with the 49ers, he went to a conference championship game in 2011, ended up losing in the playoffs to the Giants by 3 points. But here's my favorite stat I've ever found. The Chargers have not trailed by 14 points all season. What that tells me is they are in every single game, and as long as you're in every game, you got a chance to win every game. The Chargers have trailed by 2 scores only 7 minutes all season. Oh. That's the least in the NFL. They've trailed by 2 scores, by 9 points, only 7 minutes all season. So in the playoffs, like Chase said, really good defense, they'll be in the ball game. Really good running game, they'll be in the ball game. Defense travels, running game travels. They are built to play in the cold weather. What will happen in the AFC teams in January? Baltimore, the Chiefs, Buffalo, cold weather stadiums. The Chargers are built for cold weather. They're built based on defense and running game to travel, and they never get out of a football game. Only trailed by 9 points or more for 7 minutes all season? You're in every game, which means you got a shot to win every game. I think the Chargers can get to a conference championship game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the ceiling is what Justin Herbert has never done. So I'm saying the ceiling is for him to do something that he's never done, and that's win a playoff game. There you go. That is the ceiling for the Chargers. And the main reason why I say that is because this team is going to go as far as Justin Herbert's going to take.
That's very true.
As good as the defense been playing, as good as the coach is, Justin Herbert is going to have to be the best player on the football field to help your team win games. Right now, if the playoffs started today, they go on to Buffalo, right? Could possibly play well and beat a Buffalo team. Then you're going to have to play another one of these good teams, the Steelers, the Texans, the Ravens. So you're going to have to beat really good teams back to back to back. I believe Justin Herbert's ceiling is doing something that he's never done before, and that's winning one playoff game. I'm not ready to sit up here and say he's going to walk into the playoffs and beat the Steelers and beat the Bills back to back to back and get to an AFC championship game. I'm not. The ceiling for me is a playoff win. That's something he's never done. I think in the first year with Harbaugh, that's a heck of an accomplishment. You know what I mean? You playing well and winning a playoff game.
He's never did it, so I'm with James on that. I'm going to say this one playoff game, right? And then something else can happen, but the ceiling for me got to be a playoff game. I mean, we watched this team the last time they were in the playoffs blow a 28 lead.
I was there.
You was there for that?
35-7.
That was embarrassing. That was
crazy.
Awful. So to us to go jump from that, the embarrassing moment, to just winning all these different games in the playoffs. And another thing is, I don't know if you guys remember, but I think like the Chiefs will be in the playoffs, right? I think the Bills will get in there in the AFC.
That's what I'm saying right now.
The Ravens, like Steelers. So, I mean, all the other teams they got to play, let's just take it easy a little bit.
Would you be surprised if they're the 5 and they play the Texans as the 4? So, like, we know nobody be surprised if the Chargers beat the Texans.
Perfect situation.
Perfect.
Right?
They beat them.
You could beat the Texans.
Playoff win.
And then what?
Now the question is this. Now the question is, would you be surprised if they beat the Bills or the Steelers?
In Pittsburgh and in Buffalo, absolutely.
Yes.
Be surprised.
Yes.
They,
Yes.
always, they always play the Chiefs well, though. It might be better to face them.
That's another thing.
They
like,
always play the Chiefs well.
and they always lose.
Yeah,
Justin
but close,
Herbert-
at least close.
Justin Herbert has never beat Patty. Like, never, ever, ever.
Talking about-
What are you talking about? What? Excuse me? I was there in 2021. Absolutely, he has.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't get too hyped. Like,
And
No.
in the last like 6
was there
years,
on the sideline.
or 5 years, he's been like what, twice or once? It's not like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
But he beat him. I was there, and I was
Patty
super
must have
excited.
been hurt there.
No.
2-6 versus Patty.
Okay,
Gosh, Lee.
I was every one of them.
yeah, that's crazy.
All right, when we return, the Niners, they got a game they must win. They're going from the Bay to Lambeau. Can the Packers and the Niners season already on Sunday? The Niners, please get it done.
Oh, that's push-ups. That's drops. I know we love you, though. We love you, though.
Was that on the pass or was that you?
Like to.